Hi, everybody. Okay, so today's reading is going to be, we're going to do this two ways. You're going to have your life path reading and you're going to do your personal year reading. So if you know your life path, feel free to pick that number. And as for your personal year, if you don't know that, I will have a calculator for both the life path and the personal year in the description box. So the personal year is all we do is we add, 2019 is a 3-year. So we add our birthday month and birthday day to the 3. So let's say your birthday is 6/6, right? June 6th. You add 6 plus 6 plus 3. And then that comes up with your number here. So, but I'll have a calculator in the description, so feel free to check that. And everybody could watch the 3 video because we are in a 3-year. So that'll discuss what the energy is for us this year as well. So you have 3 different readings here. You have your life path reading. So if you're a 6, you watch your life path 6th. If your year is a 9, you watch your 9-year, and you watch the 3 because that's the universal year. Okay, so the directions will be in the description box. And yeah. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. Namaste, everybody. Happy New Year. Okay, so if your life path is 1, or if this is your 1 personal year, this reading is for you. So the 1 year is, this is a year of new beginnings. So it can be a little bit lonely sometimes because it's really teaching you to do things on your own. So, like a child when they're learning to walk, sometimes we just got to let their hands go and they walk on their own. So this is that time. This is that one-year-old learning to walk energy type of thing going on, okay? Because in the 9, we were completing cycles, we were letting go of the people and things. So now we kind of almost feel a little bit lonely because we had to let go of a lot of people. So, we kind of feel like we're alone right now, but we're never really alone. We are always surrounded by people, supportive people. We just have to really tap into finding that. So it's also about new opportunities, starting new things, creating new things. It's like original. It is also about invention. So like inventing new things, being very creative, being very original. So forging your own path, being independent. So this is the year. This is the Miss Independence year, in a sense. Okay. So, it's all about learning, growing, really forging your own path. What do you need? It's all about you. This is all about you this year. Okay, starting all over again. Here we go. So the song for you guys is, the band is 311 and the song is Amber. Amber is the color of your energy. Shades of gold display naturally. Okay, and what a coincidence. We got gold here. So there are no coincidences, right? It's a beautiful synchronicity reminding you of just how amazing you are, We got the Ancient Wisdom card, it's almost an amberish color. And Ancient Wisdom is all about tapping into the source of all things. And when I see gold, gold is also about the Christ consciousness, right? It's that Christ consciousness, that Christ conscious energy, that connection to source. So like, when you see photos of any kind of spiritual deity and they have that like gold halo around them, that's the Christ consciousness energy. That is tapping into source, okay? Amber is the color of your energy. Not necessarily that it is, but that's the song. So you can look up the lyrics. I think they will resonate. Launched 1,000 ships in my heart. So easy. Okay? So Ancient Wisdom, the Ancient Wisdom crystal. I haven't been able to find an Ancient Wisdom crystal. I'm still looking. So if anybody can direct me, that'd be great. So this is about awakening to ancient wisdom. So, the 9 was letting go, and now we are new beginnings, a new awakening, a new spiritual awakening. Is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing 44 as well. The master number of business and the master teacher and the master of abundance. So abundance of wisdom coming through. You have an infinite supply. All we need to do is change what no longer serves. We are evolving. We are coming out of that cocoon. We are changing. We are coming out of the cocoon. Here we go. So if you've pulled this card today, it's a confirmation that you're tapping into ancient wisdom that you have within you on a deep level. So the doorway to ancient wisdom is unlocked for you. It's activating your soul's memory as you recall and access this deep-seating knowing to guide you. So it's a very sacred card. It's a very rare card to pop up. I rarely get it. It rarely pops up in readings. So this is a beautiful omen. So all the wisdom that you learned in this life and the past life is here for you to tap into, to pull. It's that Christ consciousness. It's like, here's the cloud, and just pull it down. Okay? It's like right here, and just pull it down. So moving on to gold. Okay? So I love that gold, like I said, we've discussed it. The alchemist, they transform things into gold. But what is more valuable than gold? Love. So we transform things with love. The alchemist transforms the world around him with love. And I love that the baboon came through, because baboon is very close to the gorilla. And the gorilla is all about, the gorilla is number 13 in this same deck. So it's the mirror. And the gorilla is all about love, leading a peaceful existence. So I love the baboon coming in as 31. I just posted on my Instagram that I reached 31 subscribers, 3,131. So this is a great synchronicity. Thank you guys. So gold is a metal of regeneration. So I'm also seeing, edible gold, like the powders. I forgot what it's called. It starts with an M. Monoatomic gold or something like that. I highly recommend that if you were on this journey. Start to order that if you can. And a lot of us can't, afford that right now, but when we can, I highly suggest a little teaspoon of that in your water. So it says, on some level you have depleted yourself, leaving an open door for stress and negativity. It's time to recharge and take time for self. Review your goals and let your potential shine as the guiding light and choice. So, gold is asking you to remember and honor your individual path and trust that you're on the right path. Leave your footprints in the sand for others to follow. So one is the number of leadership, right? It is a number of leadership, and the best leaders, they lead by inspiring others to follow. They don't lead by control. So if you're constantly trying to control your environment, you're going to be met with resistance. So lead by inspiring others to follow. Okay? And so 4 is about building the foundations for the future. It's about teaching. It's about learning and growing. And you have 2 4s there. So spiritual teacher, lead people into this spirituality. You have this ancient wisdom, and it's time to share that knowledge with others. Okay? So we're moving on to baboon, because I've spent a lot of time talking about gold and ancient wisdom. So baboon. So baboon is all about primal law. And it's the protector of primal spirit. Baboon asks you to tap into your intuitive, spiritual, and inborn truths. So, and it's also asking you to express your masculine and feminine energy. So the one in itself is a very masculine energy. It is very, it's like I said, control. It's action. The feminine energy is passive, and it's very inner. So it's not necessarily passive in the sense that it lets people run over it, but it's more inward, follows its inner guidance. So it's asking you to use both. Make clear, concise decisions based on your unique feminine and masculine roles in your life. And release your resistance to your truth that comes through. Sometimes we meditate and things come through and we resist it. Let it come through. Dissect it if you have to, but it came through for a reason. And discipline and order will provide structure in your life while expanding and illuminating the journey. So yes, meditation, a spiritual discipline, will definitely help guide you guys and illuminate your journey. Okay, so moving on to 9 of Fire. And, 9 of Fire, if we look at it, I love, okay, so she's got gold. There's gold here, and look at all this gold. She's got gold at her fingertips. It's her scepter. She's got the gold. She's carrying it, you know? That is her staff of wisdom. So it says, don't give up. Protect that which you've created. So like the alchemist, you've created your gold. Now you got to protect it. Have courage and believe in yourself. So you've created this amazing reality. You are intuitive. You've created magic. You've seen synchronicities. You're creating all this stuff. And it's like people might try to bring you down and tell you that they might even say you're going crazy. But you're not. There's too many people on this similar journey for it to be a coincidence. Because there are no coincidences. Okay, so 9 of fire. 9 is about completing a cycle. So we burned that 9. That 9 went into the fire, and we are transforming like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So you put a lot of work and energy into this situation. This card comes as a sign for you to actively protect what you've created and earned. Have courage and believe in your ability and right to defend the fruit of your labors. Strengthen your resolve and don't give up. You possess the wisdom and stamina to bring the situation to an agreeable conclusion. So it's about being prepared, physical strength and stamina, and feelings of paranoia. So yes, when you begin to awaken and your third eye begins to awaken, you become very paranoid, because an overactive third eye is the symptom is paranoia. So a lot of people, all they do is work on their third eye because they want those special powers. And if you're on a spiritual mission because you want special powers, that is not authentic self. And it will backfire. It has to come from a place of pure love and compassion for humanity and for changing the world, because the universe does not bestow the gifts just on anybody. So a lot of people that they cannot tap into their own wisdom, they will connect to other people who tap into it. So be careful who you let in your space, who you give your wisdom to, because some people it's like they just want to drain you and go. They want to hit it and quit it, in a sense. Okay, so protect your energetic space. So moving on to Sedna. I love Sedna, and she's also very intuitive. This is crown chakra energy. We got the Christ consciousness energy here, and we got the crown chakra energy here. This is like ancient wisdom. This is old soul territory here. You are supplied for today and all your tomorrows. And I love that the whale is there. The orca whale is all about the connection to heaven and earth, the Akashic records. They know. They've been around a very long time. They are the animal that dives the deepest. So they are very intuitive, very woke. I love this. It's beautiful. Very intuitive, all that water energy. So Sedna, every time I go to the water, I always say a little prayer to Sedna for the water, So this is an abundant universe filled with more than enough for everyone. Yet the energy format of this planet is about polarities. In this instance, it's about giving and receiving. The key is to balance the two. If you only give, you'll feel drained, resentful, and experience lack. If you only receive, you won't enjoy what you have. Balance comes from fearlessly giving as you're guided, and then receiving with joy and gratitude. So it's like breathing, inhale and exhale. It's like the ocean water, right? Ebb and flow. So a lot of people, they give in the expectation of receiving. You cannot give in the expectation of receiving. You just give because you want to, but you also have to have boundaries and not give too much if you're giving from an empty cup, because you can't give from an empty cup. So you always have to make sure your cup is filled enough to give, and it comes back to you. It's the ebb and flow. You give and receive. So anytime you get rid of hoarding, if you're hoarding things, get rid of stuff. It'll come back to you. Hoarding people, friendships, things like that. You can hoard. Hoarding can be anything. And know that you have an infinite supply. So don't worry about the future. You'll always be provided on this spiritual journey. The universe rewards those that are coming from a pure heart. Okay? And it's talking about moving to a beach or an island community. Going around water, swim with dolphins, spend time around the ocean or water, any type of water. It'll really bring out your intuition. And, work on maybe cleaning your water, drinking filtered water, cleaning the water around you, taking a salt bath, sea salt bath. Okay, moving on to change. The final card in this particular journey here. So, change, I love it. This is creativity and communication and solar plexus and the pearl in the center, pearl. There's a certain comfort in the idea of living a life without surprises. The status quo has an appeal, but you will never learn or grow if your circumstances stay the same. So everybody wants life to be better, but that requires change. You have chosen to incarnate into this physical dimension called Earth because of the myriad of opportunities. If you don't take advantage of them, then what's the point, right? It's like playing a video game and just staying still. Your little avatar is just staying, So staying in your comfort zone is overrated. With change comes transformation. So when we decide to change, we evolve. So stop viewing change as good or bad, because all change nourishes your soul. Don't equate it with lack of control. Life happens. It's supposed to happen. You can direct how it plays out, and you always have the power to accept a change that redirects your path. So don't be afraid to change, guys. You are evolving into this amazing, intuitive being of light. It might even be, the spiritual awakening where you're seeing these aha moments and synchronicities, and they're guiding you. And it's time. It's time to make a change. Time to let go of what no longer serves us. Alchemize. Let's alchemize it. Okay? Awesome. And so, this is the number 8. So this is abundance, infinite supply. This all adds up to 8. Infinite supply is there for you. Okay? All you have to do is follow your dreams. If you stay stuck in a dead-end job, you're going to live a dead-end life. So follow your passions, even if it's on the side. Okay? That is the key for this year. Follow what you're passionate about, evolve and change, alchemize, share your ancient wisdom, balance your divine feminine and masculine, and don't give up. Okay, awesome. Moving on to number 2. Okay, so if you are a 2 or an 11, a personal year 2 or 11, this is your reading, right? So we know the 2 is all about peace, love, harmony, but it's also about patience and co-creating with others. So this is a year to focus on your emotions. It's a very emotional number. It's very sensitive. So last year was about career. This year is about love and emotions. So, concentrate on intimacy and relationships. Practice gratitude for yourself and your loved ones. Speak your truth gently yet firmly. So don't be an a-hole. Expect this year to be a little slow moving, because it requires patience. So, last year required a lot of patience. It was the 2 year last year was 11 year. So it was very a solitary number. A lot of people were very hermit last year. So we're getting out of that phase here. And this is divine feminine. Right brain, intuition. It's very intuitive. It's very emotional. You'll probably do a lot of crying. You probably did a lot of crying last year too. And it's about being, not being sensitive to everyone's opinions, because opinions are like a-holes. Everyone has one. So we have to let that go. And it also has a lot of anxiety. So we have to find ways to harness that. So when you're starting to feel anxious, do some jumping jacks, do some sit-ups, do something to release that energy. I always suggest punching a bag, because that anxious energy is built up energy. So when you hit the bag, it releases this like synergy into the universe. Okay. So that is the 2. So, the song for you guys for this year is Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah, which I love that song. Highly recommend the lyrics, because there are some deep embedded intuitive messages in that song. If you have gone through your spiritual awakening, a lot of it will resonate on a whole new level. It's almost that aha moment where you're listening to a song and you've heard it a million times before, but now you're hearing it with new eyes. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, right? What is chords? Chords are sound vibration. If you are into Nikola Tesla, you will know that he says, in order to understand the universe, you must understand vibration, energy, sound. So, hallelujah. Praise the Lord, praise our higher self. Okay? So we go immediately we go into shadow. And where is, one second, I'm missing the number 2 here. Dang, I like to have it there so we know what we're discussing. Okay, so black obsidian. So we know black obsidian is great for grief, but it's also great for protecting your energy. And it focuses on the shadow aspects. So, we're always wanting the two, the energy of the two wants, it's a people pleaser. It's always worried about what other people think of them. So, you know, it keeps its shadow side hidden from the public. And this is it's telling you to transform, change, evolve, share that, open your heart, be vulnerable, work on that shadow aspects, you know. If you guys have seen my readings before, you understand what the shadow aspect of the two is. You know, the two can be very jealous. It can be very sensitive to other people's opinions. You know, we want to work on these shadow aspects. Okay, let me see if I have. I don't think I have it here, but you can go back to one of my other videos, the birthday video. That one tells you about the shadow aspects of the two. So now, what is Peridot? Peridot also tells us that works on those feelings of jealousy and insecurity and self-consciousness and lack of confidence. So, you know, it's telling you to change that, transform. You are this beautiful butterfly. You are transforming. You are coming out of the cocoon, you know. So let's just get into shadow, black obsidian. So, you know, this, like I said, it's talking about the negative and the light and bringing the dark to the light to be transmuted. All these negative feelings of judgment and, you know, depression and self-sabotage and all these negative emotions. This is your shadow self playing out in your unconscious, you know? So it's asking you, many of your gifts are included in your personal power, are hidden within the shadow. So it's time to reclaim these gifts, bring them to the surface. Be honest with yourself, you know, show people the real you. And that's the only way that you can transmute it into the light. Okay, so we're going to go to Peridot. I love Peridot. It's great for heart healing. It is the number 6. We know 6 is all about balance, nurturing oneself and others. It's family. So, you know, and if you had a question before this, this is the yes card. It's very optimistic. So this is the optimistic card. So it's a great time for you to forgive and forget. So this song is a lot of the shadow aspect is unforgiving. We don't forgive others. We hold these things. These are the things that stay hidden. Resentment towards others, or, you know, like I said, a lot of jealousy, a lot of resentment. So this tells you to let that go, because you are your own amazing, beautiful butterfly. You know, why do you have to need to compare yourself to others? You don't. You know, write a list of all the things that make you happy and spend some time knowing you deserve them. So a dream board. Once again, the dream board's popped up a lot for these readings. So, and yeah, this is all about, you know, letting go of the volcano, you know, that anger, the jealousy. Look at both of them talk about the same thing. It's like, let that go. Okay. Moving on to butterfly, which is 9, which is the completion of a cycle. So the completion of you were in the cocoon last year. Now you're coming out of the cocoon and you have these wings and you're ready to fly. You've blossomed. You've learned a lot. You've learned to disconnect from people that, you know, make you feel bad about yourself. You're accepting yourself for the amazing person that you are. You know, I see the acceptance card a lot when it's a lesbian and gay community, when we are learning to accept, you know, the transgender, learning to accept ourselves and learning to accept others as well. So, you know, the butterfly, I also see this crown chakra, third eye energy here. So a lot of heart, a lot of crown chakra energy coming through. So, and then we see the 7 of earth. So seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worries. So you're like worrying about things that don't really matter right now. No worries. This year is about no worries. Just be patient. The universe is going to provide you what you need. So just be very patient. And 7 is all about truth and spirituality. You have planted these seeds of spirituality and truth, and you are growing and you are evolving and you are blossoming to these new abilities that you have. So the fruits of your labor continue to grow, and harvest is imminent. Patience is essential as you pause to plan your next step. You may feel you have far to go, but don't forget how far you've already come. Review and acknowledge your progress from a broader perspective. So if you're having anxiety right now, like I said, That popped up over here as well. Punch a punching bag. Do some jumping jacks. Do some push-ups. That'll release that energy from you. So this is also a good time to rest, vacation, recharge your batteries. And yeah, you've reached a milestone, you know? No need to worry. And so we're moving on to Arakura. I love this card. And it almost looks exactly like this card. Look at the center is like this yellow, and this one has a center of the yellow, and it's beautiful. You're embracing yourself. You're accepting this journey that you're on. You are just getting started. So have patience with yourself in the process. Do not give up. Whoa, Dad just said the exact same thing. So this is one big synchronicity right here, guys. Look at that. She's like coming out, and white is always purity. And it's like the lotus. It's almost like coming out, you know, the lotus and the flower, they go through this tremendous amount of dirt and darkness and mud, and then they reach the atmosphere and they blossom. And this is what is happening to you guys. Last year was like this tremendous year where you were like learning and growing and blossoming, you know. And so like the butterfly, right? If you cut the cocoon open and try to get the butterfly out, the butterfly is not going to be able to fly. It's probably going to die. You have to be patient and let the butterfly be reborn on its own. And this is the same with you. Be patient with yourself. This journey requires patience. I promise you. The ending is beautiful. So Arakura, you know, it's telling you to have patience. And it's also saying, you know, this is like crown chakra activity to me. So smell flowers. Flowers awaken. So if you have like essential oils, and flowers and stuff, I highly suggest smelling them. If you pass by a flower, smell it. It really awakens your crown chakra. Okay? I love Arakura. She's just this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goddess. And she's also, if you need money, you can call upon her for emergency money, manifesting supply. Great for adventures. Okay, so, and we're moving on to the final card, acceptance. And I love it. Like I said, a lot of throat chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra, acceptance, accepting of your gifts, accepting of your divinity, accepting of why you are here. Okay? I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So this almost reminds me of the 12-step program in AA, you know? Right now, your soul is learning acceptance. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation or with another person in your life. Just realize that the universe has given you this incredible opportunity to release control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there is a rhythm, a rhyme, or a reason to everything in life. Rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring, refer to these conditions as moments of divine design. Maybe it is a person or situation that you do not agree with right now. For the moment, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction based on emotional response, stop, step back, observe, and make an attempt to understand both sides of the equation. Yes, so this year is going to be very sensitive for you. So this is asking you to not have that knee-jerk reaction and take everything so personally. Take a step back. Realize that although you have come to accept a situation or condition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are condoning a behavior or that you support it. You're just in a neutral position, you know? You see it for what it is and recognize that there is something rich to learn from it. Always learning and growing, guys. Always. So this all reduces back down to 22 or 4. And that is the number of teaching and logic and stability and, you know, creating a foundation for your future. So, you know, this is the time to be patient because it's all coming together, okay? So this is the time to go inward and really, you know, focus on what you want. Dream boards. Create a dream board. Highly suggested. Okay, guys. Moving on to number 3. Okay, guys. So 3 personal year. Not only is it, if this is your personal year, it is also the universal year. So 2009, 2 plus 1 plus 9 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. So this is beautiful if this is both your personal year and universal year. This is your year. So this is everybody's year right now. This is a year of joy. You know, this is a year of fun and creativity. You know, it's a time to really, you know, take center stage, you know, take a public speaking class or get a makeover, you know, something that makes you feel good. Live your life big and expansively, not expensively, expansively. Take risks you usually never dream of taking. This is your year to get out there, you know, to expand all aspects of your sense of creative self-expression. So this is definitely a year to focus on creative talents, writing, music, dance, perform. If you've been thinking of writing a book, or have a creative project that you want to start or finish, this is the time. This is also a time of like flirtatious romance. If you're in a relationship, get flirty with your partner. If you're not, get out there and meet people. This is a very social number. It's getting out of that hermit phase. The 2 is very sensitive. Last year was very sensitive. It was an 11. So it was like everybody wanted to be a hermit because 1 is a solo number. But this year is about getting out of that. Now we're moving back out into the world, and it is the Holy Trinity. It's considered to be very lucky, good money, good fortune. It is the Holy Trinity, mind, body, spirit, creating something beautiful together. Okay. So yeah. And, it's the left and right brain coming together to create something beautiful. And it moves into the 4, so I have a feeling, the 4 might resonate for a lot of the 3 people watching the 3. Okay, so trust. And the song that came through for you guys was Delta Spirit by, or Yamaha by Delta Spirit. And I love it because I have a delta shaped obsidian here. So it's very cool. But Prenite, I got Prenite for you guys, and I've got Chrysocolla as well. Okay, so we're going to move on to trust. So what trust is telling me immediately is trust the universe. And I love that we've got 3 here as well. Okay, so 3, 4 right here. So that's why I'm feeling that 4 might also resonate as well. Just because that's going to be the following year, so we know what we're coming into. But 3, I love how, 3 is about communication and creativity, but this 3 is about silence, and it's about truth and listening. It's very beautiful connecting the 2. This is about listening, silence, listening, trusting what you receive, trusting the universe. You are protected, you are guided, and everything is going to be successful. It's going to be a very successful year for many of you out there, especially if you take a leap of faith and follow and have faith in your dreams. I mean, if you look at this card right here, he's like, there's a portal open, and it's all about stepping through the portal and not having any fear, right? You want to step through the portal without fear. And he's got his little trusty little companion here, his little dog that's just saying, yeah, I got your back. Let's go. Let's do this. It's about having faith. And 0 is it's the alpha omega, it's the God number, it's the universe, it's the cosmic egg. And that tells me that, have faith in the universe. Have faith that you will be successful and that you are taken care of because you are protected, you are loved, you are safe, and you are spiritually protected. And I love that. She's got her bow and arrow. She never really shoots it. It's just kind of for show, but she knows that she can, We all have the ability to communicate venom to people, and we don't, because we have we're very patient, and this fire, she's got a fire within. Protected. Artemis. Art Artemis Prime. So moving on to Prenite. So we love Prenite. It's a beautiful stone to help us trust. It's a good stone for, if you've gone through a breakup and you need heart healing. Both of these, Chrysocolla, are both about, letting go of attachments and the pain that is attached to them. So, Prenite supports in rebuilding the trust of relationships and encourages you to believe in yourself and your dreams. So that goes along with the Dreamer card. And, on a deeper level, we live in a crazy world with many different perspectives and illusions. And at times it can be challenging to trust the messages that we receive. So, you really got to listen with your heart. Okay, moving on to Chrysocolla. So the masculine path is to take action, speak up, and create change. The feminine power is to allow, be silent, and dissolve and change inwardly. So, but it's about balancing both, taking action, but also knowing when to be silent. And the wild dog is all about silence, right? So we have, silence on both of these. Okay? So it is possible that you have developed a dependence on the masculine methods of living, and it's time to step back into yourself, trust, and feel what really resides in you. Release your attempts to control and change the external world. So yeah, so like, and it's also about inner truth, listening to your inner truth. But when we change ourselves, we change our external world. I just commented on one of my posts and told somebody, they had told me that it takes, a ripple to create change. And it indeed does. It is our ripple within that creates the change around us. So all we need to do is have a new, different perspective, a new optimistic perspective, and listen to our intuition and listen to our gut and have faith. And things will be amazing. This is an amazing year. And I love this song from Delta Spirit. If you've ever seen the movie Warm Bodies, it's great. It's a great fun movie if you like horror or comedy stuff. But it's letting you know that you're taken care of. I hope you know I care. I hope you know I'm there. Even though you can't see your guardians, your guardian angels and your spirit guides, they are there and they are protecting and guiding you. You cannot fall. You cannot, you cannot fail. You cannot fall. And even if you do fail, that's just another opportunity to grow. It's not a failure. It's not. I never see failure as failure. You know what I mean? It's always a lesson to grow because it teaches us a better way to do something else. So, Artemis is the guardian, and it says, like me, you have a sacred mission to spread love and light. Yet this isn't a position that comes from tension or worry. Instead, the gentle essence of a joyful heart and lighthearted laughter sets your power into motion. How could you be unsafe when you've called upon spiritual warriors to watch over you? Your prayers have activated the flawless protection of heaven. So ease your mind of all cares and concerns and concentrate instead upon your holy mission. Yes, because you will be successful. And I'm seeing this like a twin flame mission, bringing a change to the world. We are changing the world by changing ourselves, okay? And we can't change other people. They need to want to change. So remember that whenever you're working with somebody and you just feel like they're not listening or they're not getting what you're saying, they need to be receptive and open to the information. Okay? So success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And success can mean many things to the ego, self, but the soul only knows one triumph, and that is to love. When your soul is no longer manifested in the physical dimension, it is a time of reflection on how successful it was with that endeavor. So the soul doesn't care how big your house was or how nice your car was or how many bank accounts you had. The soul only cares about how you express love and compassion. So in the infinite wisdom of the universe, the more love you demonstrate, the more you will receive. And even your ego's definition of success is altered. Your notion of how you would be perceived as successful will change. The material things that you thought would make you happy will not have the same appeal. Now, here's the key. So, a lot of people think material success and they won, but I know a lot of millionaires that have committed suicide, and it's not that. If you think that it's all about material success, you're in for a rude awakening in a sense. Some people are here for that. If you have an 8 in your charts and your destiny is an 8, and it is to build abundance, but it's to build abundance to help others, not necessarily for selfish means. So, success in your dreams. This is what this card is all about. This is what, 2019 is going to be about. This is about trusting your intuition. And whenever you watch this, if this is your 3-year, this is what the 3-year has to bring you, if this is your personal year. And if it's a universal year right now. So this is, beautiful. The 0, which is we are divinely protected and guided in all sides. Infinite love, infinite truth. You are listening, you are meditating, you are trusting the intuition, and you are actually taking action on it. You are communicating, but communication takes 2 things, listening as well. So what the listening card came through, because we want to talk, but we don't have, and when we're having a conversation, we are not really listening. We're just waiting for a chance to step in and say something. So what this is saying is, yes, it's a 3-year of communication creativity, but it's also communicating requires listening. It's an art. It really is. So silence is golden when you're listening to somebody tell a story. Don't try to, if it was meant to come out, it will come out. Okay? And trust your intuition. Trust the guidance. Trust the universe. You are divinely protected. Okay? Thank you, guys. Have an amazing 2019. Okay, everybody. So if this is your personal year 4, we know that it is a universal year 3. Next year will be 4. But so this might also apply for next year as well. for just a universal year. Okay, so we're going to go to the number 4. You know, this is a year to work hard and sharpen your skill set. You know, take time to slow down, steady your pace, and become more methodical about which goals you want to reach for. This is a more serious year that requires hard work to set the foundation for whatever you are working on, job, relationship. 4 is the worker bee number. It represents aspects of discipline, practicality, budgeting, building. So, yeah, and it's a good time to build, you know, so like building, you know, let's say you want to build property. So if you want real estate, or if you're trying to fix up your home, any type of building, it's a great year for that. It's also a 22 year, well, it's also the number 22. So 22 is 4, which is the master builder. So anything you need to build and manifest this year is, you know, build your dreams. Teamwork makes the dream work, as it is up there. And, you know, usually 4 is a solitary number. It usually wants to be alone in crowds, you know, in the midst of a crowd, because it's got very grounded qualities. You know, it can tend to be a boring year, but, you know, it's all about perspective, you know. And I love that it was 1:43, 1:44 when I said that. Okay, so on my clock, not on your guys' clock. Yeah, it is the yin feminine energy, you know, the 4. So now the song that came through for you guys is, you know, so this is the teacher number. You know, we're going to learn and we're going to teach others, you know, back and forth, a give, take, take, give. The song that came through for you guys was Electric Love by Borns. I love that, because if you look at the center card, the Jade card, it looks like, you know, electric. It's electric. And I love this, like, stairway. And so as we're seeing, you can look up the lyrics. Electric Love, Borns, B-O-R-N-S. And when I think of that song, I always think of Twin Flames. So if you look up that song, you'll understand what I mean. And I love that this is a twin flame. This is a twin flame reading. I'm looking at it because we got balance. We've got balance here and balance here. The Dugong is the balance card. Boji is balance, and Jade is balance as well. Balancing the left and right brain. Dream work, teamwork makes the dream work. So, and I love that. So we got the masculine and the feminine. And we've got this, we're connected at the heart. The green is the heart chakra, so we are connected at the heart. I don't know if you've ever seen that image online where it's 2 people and there's like this energy connecting their hearts and they're like floating in air. This is what that reminds me of. If I could find the image, I'll throw it in here. But yeah, so, and the star card, that is the twin flame 17. That's a twin flame number. So this is a very twin flame reading. And the star card is a dream card. So dream work, teamwork, dream work, both dream. And this is not just dream in the sense of like making your realities or your wishes come true. This is also dream as in dream state. So you are connected to your twin flame in the dream state. I don't know how this turned into a twin flame reading. It's supposed to be a year 4 reading, but this is what's coming through. Yeah, so if this is your year, I'm seeing that a lot of twin flames are coming together, or you're connecting telepathically or at the heart. Okay? Happy times ahead. And, you know, you guys are going to build a solid foundation for the future. And however, it's teamwork. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic in the sense of now. It could be just working together with, you know, twin souls and soulmates to, you know, like soul family in a sense. So we're going to start with Boji stones, which we already know Boji stones is about balance. I don't have Boji, but I do have Shiva, which is very similar to Boji. It balances all your chakras. And so what this card is really saying The Boji stone is kind of saying it wants you to work on balancing, almost chakra balancing, chakra healing. So like Kundalini energy, working on your chakras. So I have a feeling we're going to be working on the chakras, okay? Yeah, and it's all about, keep doing what you're doing because you're on the right track. You are balancing the mind, body, and spirit. You are balancing the left and right brain. You are using your logic, but you're also using your intuition, and that brings balance. A lot of people ask me why I read in my readings. I do read. I do both because that balances the left and the right brain. The left brain is reading. The right brain is me using my intuition. So I do both to keep my brain balanced. So yeah, and then we're moving on to Jade. And this is the number 9. So we have completed a difficult cycle. So this last cycle, it was the communication year for you guys, the 3. So it was more of maybe difficulties communicating or a lot of communicating, some sort of communicating, whether it was artistic or creative, journaling, writing, art, painting, singing, whatever. It was a very creative time. And now we're building building upon that. Okay, we're creating the dream. Last year we worked really hard, and now we're building that foundation. So Jade comes into your life, and Jade is the card of Isis. She is the goddess of Egypt. She is the divine feminine. And when I see the star card, I kind of see her, this divine feminine here. So very divine, and this is the masculine feminine. That's a masculine feminine. So we're pulling out that feminine energy. The 4 is very feminine energy. It's very intuitive. So Jade only comes into your life when you need to know that anything is possible and you're truly limitless. And that's exactly what Boji Stone was saying. You have the ability to manifest, especially in this 4 year. It's the Master Builder number. So, and Dugong Tiger 7, which is all about truth and spirituality, faith, having faith in your dreams and your abilities to make things happen. Okay? So the Dugong Tiger, and I love the Dugong Tiger because it talks about a different type of balance. Sometimes we have addictive tendencies and we tend to overdo things. And an alchemical dictum states, for a tree's branches to reach the heights of heaven, its roots need to touch hell. So, are you a person of extremes? Do you neglect to find balance in your relationships, work, maybe working too hard, too much work, less play, or too much play, less work? Got to find the balance. And it's asking you to take a look at your extreme behaviors and what adjustments can you make to bring proper balance into your life. Okay, so we move on to the star card, which I had already discussed this, and I love this. If you look at the star card, it's balanced as well. And it's 8, which is abundance. But if you look at her, she's pouring the chalices of water, intuition, and abundance. It's balanced. She's pouring both equally. Okay, so it's beautiful balance coming together, left, right brain, twin flame union. Very cool. Okay, and it says, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. So optimism is key here. And I'm going to read a little bit of, well, not really read it. I'm just going to give you the key points for this card. And envision your life the way you want it to be. That's exactly what all the other ones are saying. Envision it. Manifest. Dream boards. I'm seeing dream boards. Creating dream boards. Okay? Trust and follow your intuition. It's right on target. And have faith. This is faith as well. So we have 2 faith cards here. Okay? So it's asking you to have faith in your abilities to manifest your dreams. Have faith in your ability to connect with your twin flame. Have faith. Okay? So, and Ishtar... we know Ishtar is all about, she's Easter. So with Easter, and it is the resurrection, and it is the starting over. And 4 is the Jesus number. It is the Christ consciousness number, in a sense. And so Ishtar coming through is a rebirth. You're being reborn from that 3 year. We created the Holy Trinity, and now we're moving into this 4 energy of manifesting our dreams and desires, okay? So... a sincere desire to give of service is wonderful. However, there's a distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. If you feel tired, guilty, or resentful while helping others, then you're not truly helping them, are you? You're injecting poisonous energy into the relationship, and then no one benefits. So, if you're giving and then expecting something in return and getting upset because you're not receiving something in return, then that is not really giving of your heart. As you respect your own boundaries, others will begin to recognize and respect them within you and within themselves as well. Now, that's a healthy behavior to teach to others. So it's saying, various meanings are you could be giving too much. And it's time to become more assertive and don't do things out of guilt or obligation. And here we go, the guilt card. So that's saying I release any beliefs that no longer serve my soul's growth. And, feeling that obligation to family, to friends, to work, you are the master of your reality. You are nobody's prisoner. So don't let people imprison your mind. Okay, so, moving on to guilt, if we look at it, it's a swirling vortex of, the communication and the intuition and the root fear and creating. And it's like all this like swirled around, and it's like feeling guilty, not being able to communicate, feeling guilty that you can't create the things that you want to create, having, fear, guilt feelings, and not trusting your intuition. So the energy of fear has many guises to complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is self-imposed emotions that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though, it's time to learn from the behavior and move on. The problem arises when we hold on to guilty feeling that serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational, but if you examine it subjectively, act on it, and release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. Long-held guilty feelings are never good and will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. You must continually scan your current emotions for any guilty feelings and bring them to the surface for analysis. Healthy guilt is a warning that action should be taken. Irrational guilt needs to be released. So yes, let go of the guilt of the things that you've done in the past, the people that you've hurt. Let it go and start having healthy boundaries. If family is bringing you down, cut them off. There's no need to feel guilty about it, because that is the challenge of this life, is to let it go. And that guilt is letting that go is what brings you together, the balance, coming from your heart center. Okay? And yeah, look up the song Electric Love by Borns, and the number here is 6. So 6 is about balance, and it is about family, and it is about nurturing yourself and others. So, in the process of nurturing others, but you also have to nurture yourself, okay? So give yourself your healthy boundaries. Okay, I hope that resonated for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Moving on to number 5. Okay, so 5. If this is a personal year 5, or if this is your life path, the oracle portion will be for you. So here we go, personal year 5. So this is a year that feels like a whirlwind. So there's so many pleasures, so little time, It's a very sensual, sexual, overindulgent, There are lots of ups and downs. So the key for this year is flexibility. Lots of unexpected opportunities are bound to come your way. So be open to trying new things. If you don't attempt to follow a strict plan, you'll be better off. So it's time to travel, because 5 is the number of travel. It's a number of adventure. It's a number of freedom. It's the year of change. So that's the big lesson here. We are changing. We are evolving. We are letting go of what no longer serves us. I love that we got 3 different letting go cards. 1, 2, 3. Have no regrets. Okay? You loved. All that matters in the end is that you loved. Okay? So here we go. So the personal year, and it's also about balancing, moderation. We don't want to get too stuck in, we have to stop addictive patterns. It's asking us to change addictive patterns such as smoking, alcohol, food, toxic relationships, etc. It's wanting you to set healthy boundaries and heal old issues. Create balance in your life, So this is the apex of change. Out of all the numbers, this is the one that involves the most change. And it's also about, checking out what you're curious about. If you're thinking about something, look into it. Try it out. It doesn't hurt to try something. Try something once. And it's also highly analytical. And, you can overthink it, overponder an issue to the point that it's, the significance is no longer relevant. So like when we're looking into a sign that we saw and we just keep replaying it, it's like it just came in passing. Doesn't mean you need to dwell on it. It's the number of fun. So if you're having fun, everybody around you is having fun. And if they're not, then that's on them, right? Yeah, so moving on to the song. So the song is I Will Be Light by Modest Yahoo. If you've never heard that song, highly suggest it. And it's interesting that, let's see, both of these are 5. So that's a 10 right here. This is 4. So 1, 14, that's 5. But then when we add this, the King of Air, that's 6. So that is about balance. It's about nurturing yourself and others, So, but what I'm seeing here for the 5s is we are letting go of things that no longer serve our highest good. Relationships, people, jobs, locations, addictions. It is time. I will be light. What is light? Not necessarily light as in a light bulb, but light as in not having any baggage. So now you're floating. I will be light. I will let go. I will release. I will be light. Okay? So, and I love this because this card is a reminder to surrender and let go. As we journey through life, we collect and hold on to old belief systems, ideas, emotions, feelings, and experiences that have hurt or affected us in some way or another. So it says you may be currently feeling held down by old baggage. I just said that without even reading this yet. So they're letting you know to detach, release it, let go of it. Let go of what no longer serves you, whether it's an old hurt, relationship, what I just said. So, kyanite is a great one for letting go. I highly recommend it. I pulled it out right here for you guys. I have howlite as well, right there. So, allow yourself to fly high, and you cannot fly with heavy baggage. Let's just imagine if you're getting on a plane, and it's, one of those little small planes. You can't take a lot of luggage on that in order to fly the plane, right? So this is the same with you guys in your light body. So heavy baggage gets stuck into our auric light body field in a sense and lowers our vibration, so we cannot float. So this is asking you to let go. And so howlite is spiritual beginning. So, we're starting fresh, we're letting go, and we're starting fresh. And I love howlite because it is also about, letting go. It's time to reflect on all that you are and your greatest achievements from a balanced and peaceful state of mind and emotion. So the time has come to gently cast away the attachments to your past and build the foundation of a new and beautiful direction or journey. Howlite is the doorway stone. It indicates to you today that the door is open. You may pass if you're willing to look forward rather than back and take each step with love. And so 1, and that's new beginnings. 1 is new beginnings. So this is asking you to start all over, let go, and build a new foundation. The 4 is it's build a foundation on love. This no longer has love. What you're letting go is no longer of love. Okay, it's lost that loving feeling. I'm getting that song. You lost that love and feeling. Okay, so we're going to go to gorilla, which I love this gorilla. It's such a beautiful, even though that does look like a ball sack, but that's like having the balls to leave. A lot of these, there's another card, I think it's the penguin card, and it has the balls, the scrotum as well. But it's meant to be an upside down heart. But I love the gorilla. He lives a gentle existence, and, the gorillas and humans share 98.6 of the same genetic makeup. Therefore, we share a deeply connected emotional state. So, how can you bring forth more unconditional love into your daily life? How can you exude more peace and love towards, family, community, your world? It's reminding you to be conscious of the quality of life that you're leaving behind for future generations. And it's time to soften your heart and release your fears, judgments, and wounds back to Mother Earth. Yes, all of these are talking about letting go, guys. All of them. Do not have any regrets. All of them are saying letting go. This is the theme. This is the theme. Whatever you're holding on to, whatever doesn't serve you, it is time to let that go. Okay? So we move on to King of Air. And brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. So yeah, if you need to leave a situation, speak your mind. You can even seek out professional advice with a therapist or a holistic healer or an oracle or a tarot, however professional advice you need. But it's all about balancing your mental and emotional state. Letting this go will bring balance into your life, because right now the scales are heavy, right? The scale is like, oh, so when you let all this crap go, it's like balances back again, right? So, and I love this, these magical unicorns, and he's got this scepter, and this is like, he's got the power to do that. He's got the power, and he's got all these people that have his back. These unicorns all have his back. All his spirit family, his soul family, they all have his back. And they're just, he's just got to move forward. And King of the Air is being in your head, It's the king of emotion. It's the king of the mind, right? It's being in your head. So get out of your head and let go. Let go of all that stuff that's stuck in there. Childhood trauma, PTSD, all that stuff. We chose all this stuff in order to learn and grow in this life. And I know that sounds harsh to some people because they can't imagine that they would ever choose this, but that's the game of life, guys. So the King of Air is talking about, a person who's at the top of their field, intellectual areas, science, business, law, anything that's got to do with the mind, therapists, an excellent speaker, and is known for the ability to be objective and diplomatic. Yeah, so like, not picking sides, not being judgmental, impartial. So forgetting to weigh the emotional aspects of a situation. So, it's also a government military card as well. So I've seen a lot of like PTSD stuff. And that's what Kali comes around, right? Kali comes around with this beautiful lotus. And how does a lotus grow? It comes out of the sturdiest mud and it becomes this beautiful lotus flower. And this is the third eye right here. We're seeing, like, you're seeing what needs to change. You are seeing things, right? And in order to move forward on this spiritual journey, we have to let go of regret, of the things that we wish that we could have did. Everything is divine and timing and everything. Divine will. And I love Cali. California. So let me read Cali because I just love what Cali has to say. I sing praises to those whose hearts accept the universal order, which only appears to be chaotic and ever-changing. In actuality, everything is designed down to the smallest detail to be in perfect operation. The dance of the universe is a happy one, with energy swirling and twirling in a never-ending celebration of life itself. Join this dance and enjoy the remarkable journey of the weavings of the story of your life. Do not fear what appears to be change or a loss. It is only the transitioning orbit of energy interplaying with you and your loved ones. Embrace it as evidence that you're alive. Embrace your deepest emotions as a signal of your true human essence. So keep your thoughts positive, as they're very powerful. And what appears to be loss is really a gain. Making room for, getting rid of the old to make room for new. Saying hello to good is saying hello to great. Saying goodbye to good is saying hello to great, It's time to move on. And she is the goddess of rebirth, Natural cycle of rebirth. Things have to die in order to be reborn. So I'm also seeing it as like past life stuff. You're remembering your past lives. You're seeing with the third eye. When we see with our third eye, everything slows down to the nanosecond. We're able to see the smallest little details and things that other people cannot see. So this is asking you to focus. Okay? And so regret. I know that I cannot change the past. You cannot change the past. Because the past does not exist. Everything is now. So you can change now. And that changes the past in a way, right? So start now. Start changing now. Start changing things now. The soul doesn't know time. Time is a construct of the physical dimension. To your soul, there's only one big now. Think of the past as the now that has already been created, and the future as the now that has yet to be created. You don't have the power to uncreate the past, so let that go. Your power of creation lies in your awareness of the present. You have the power to not only create your future, but also create acceptance of your past. You should realize that you are the total summation of every single experience you've ever had. So the past, present, future is all now, and you could tap into all that knowledge, okay? All you have to do is meditate, quiet your mind. Train yourself not to judge past events as good or bad. but as opportunities for growth. What have you learned from them that will help enrich you now? Focus on letting it go, letting go of the past, letting go of, all the trauma, all that stuff. Let it go. You're the creator. You hold the power. So you have a bright future ahead. All you got to do is let go. Let go. You will be light. I will be light, Modest Yahoo. And yeah, so there you go. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that resonated for you. Moving on to number 6. Okay, guys, so if this is your 6th personal year, or if you are a 6th life path, this is for you. So, 6 is about nature, nurturing yourself, nurturing nature. It's time to regroup. This is a year where your personal magnetism is at its peak, so big opportunities await you this year, both in your career and your intimate life. It's a good year to, get married or engaged. If you're in a relationship, It's also a year where you may seek a divorce or breakup. It's about realizing what you want, making decisions. So it's not necessarily about the marriage or the divorce, but it's more about decision making. It's about evaluating the relationships in your life and what no longer serves you, right? It's also the number about soulmates, connecting with soul family, soulmates. It's about harmony and healing. It's a very creative number. So, yeah. Friendships, health. Okay, so balance. It's about balance. Balancing mind, body, spirit, nurturing yourself and others. It's about family, soul family, etc. Right? Okay, and the song that came through is Zed, Z-E-D is the artist, and Spectrum is the song, with Matthew Kona. And Kona always reminds me of Hawaii, Kona Island. And Spectrum, of course, reminds me of the Kundalini energy and the awakening process, the chakras lighting up, right? So, yeah, it's a beautiful song. Highly recommend it. Recommend finding the lyrics. And there's an interesting synchronicity that I just noticed. 6 + 2 is 8. That's 8. That's 8. We got 888 here. So I have a feeling that might resonate for you if you've been seeing triple digits. That's 888. I did a video on those numbers. You might want to go back and find that. I will put that in the description box. But 888 plus, so 8 + 8 + 8 is also 8. So we have 4 8s, 888. This is all abundance, man. This is the year of abundance for you guys. This is a year of making it all come together and simplifying and seeing your purpose, right? And letting go of things that no longer serve you. So grief can be not just grief in the sense that we lost somebody we love, a pet, a parent, a family member, a friend, but the grief of relationships that no longer, we can't take with us with our new vibration, right? There's people that are not willing to evolve, so we leave them behind. We have to, We send them off with love and light. So yeah, so beautiful song, beautiful synchronicity and numbers. I mean, this is a great reading. Okay, so we're going to get to Sausalite, which is all about peace, which is about finding your inner peace. Okay, so I'm going to pull out Sausalite for you guys. And Aquamarine. Okay, so, Sausalite is all about finding your inner peace. It supports you in the awakening of your wisdom. So it's a spiritual awakening crystal. If you're looking into having that spiritual awakening, I suggest meditating with Sausalite, or Skolasite, or however you pronounce it, but I call it Sausalite. And yeah, this is a spiritual awakening card, and I'm seeing the aquamarine energy, which is you're communicating with spirit. That is a communicate. Whenever I see aquamarine, it's like the water energy, very intuitive. So heart energy and throat chakra and heart chakra. So, and it's asking you to meditate. Even though the world is chaotic around you, it's time for you to meditate. And this is crown chakra energy. So scolecite, whatever you want to call it, is crown chakra energy. So it's a beautiful little crystal. So moving on to aquamarine, which is also the number 8, which we know 8 is the entrepreneur. It is a number of abundance. It is a number of power. It is the boss, and 6 is the boss. Also, 6 is a very bossy number. So aquamarine is all about being the boss, being your own boss. So this is telling me, like, start your own business. And it has to do with, like, Mother Earth. This is like, when I see Mother Earth, I think of the motherland, Africa. So I'm also thinking of that, the Weezer song and the Toto song. And then Toto brings you back to the Wizard of Oz. That's how things happen here. So what this card is always saying, it's about verbal communication. Is there somebody that you need to speak directly to that you are not able to speak to? And that's what I'm getting here with this trapped card. It's like the lack of self-confidence to speak up. Who do you want to speak up to? Who do you want to talk to? Who do you want to tell something to that you haven't been able to do? And it's also, aquamarine also appears when the doors to much needed gifts from other lifetimes are open to us. So the crown chakra of scolecite is saying, you can tap into that energy. You can tap into connecting to the higher source, right? Okay. And then we move on to the little playful monkey, and I love monkeys. I recently just found a little toy monkey outside of my house, so this is a beautiful synchronicity from me. The little monkey pops up. He's fun. He's a fun little guy. A little yellow monkey. And yellow, we know, is about the willpower to move forward. It's optimism, it's joy. And monkey's about adventure, so it's time to climb out of your comfort zone and get adventurous. So, communicate, be adventurous, get out there, meet people, begin manifesting your adventure today. So I love that. I love the little monkey. Okay, so, and then 8 of air. And, he's the leader. Like I said, the boss, right? And we got, they're all following him. And he doesn't have to lead by controlling, right? He just has to just be, and they follow. He inspires them to follow. That's the mark of a great leader, is when you can just be yourself and inspire others to follow. That's when you lead by controlling others and telling people what to do. That's ego. That is not coming from a space of heart love, right? So 8 of air, we know, 8 of mind, being in your head. So it says you needn't stay in your present situation if you're unhappy. Although you may feel there's no way out, look again. There are plenty of possibilities for freeing yourself from the situation in a healthy, harmonious way. First, though, you must feel more confident about your abilities. Believe in yourself and keep your thoughts positive right now. The key to freedom and success at this time is to see the truth of the situation and then act with faith. So you're almost feeling confused, feeling helpless, like you can't get out of the situation. And, seeing yourself as the victim. It's like a lot of people see themselves as the victim. Oh, this happened to me and that happened to me. But they don't realize that they chose that in order to help themselves grow in this life. We choose these people. We choose our family. We choose our relationships. They're all a form of karmic. I don't like using the word karma because I don't believe in the real definition that people use of karma, of what comes around goes around. I don't believe that. So it's a limited belief system that I don't take in. But I believe in experiences that we learn from, something that needs to teach us something. So get out of the victim mentality because you have the power. And Mother Earth, I love her. She's this beautiful goddess, this beautiful African goddess right here. She's got all this gold surrounding her, which to me is the connection to Christ consciousness, which Scolecite came through as well, talking about this Christ consciousness connection to source, the Akashic records. And she's got the world in her hands. That means her ability to create whatever she wants to manifest. And she is connected to Mother Earth, and she's also connected to her higher self. And that is the 8, the figure 8. When the energy moves from Earth to the crown, to the Earth, to the crown, to the Earth, that's the 8 energy. You are connected to a higher source. Trust what comes through. So, and it's also talking about, this card itself is being called, it talks about helping the environment, so connecting, grounding yourself in Mother Earth, going outside, putting your feet directly barefoot in the dirt and just feeling, wiggle your toes, and that connects you. You get those positive ions moving through your body in that figure 8 motion, right? But it's also saying, your life purpose could involve environmentalism, not just helping Earth, but helping the people on Earth, and it's asking you to start recycling and, teach others about environmentalism. We really need to be grateful. This Earth supplies us everything that we need. But I'm also seeing the grief of mother. So I'm thinking maybe some of you lost your mother or are recently grieving a mother of sorts. So if you are, I'm very sad to hear that. And I send you so much love, because nothing can be harder, right? So nothing is gone forever. The belief that we have lost someone or something is merely an illusion to assist us in learning to appreciate our having had it in the first place. So this is all about gratitude as well, guys. The emotion of grief and the sense of loss are absolutely real. But that is the point. The lesson of loss is not about the actual physical separation, because the parting is temporary and illusory. The point of the lesson is to acknowledge that the bonds of love never end and that we have not been abandoned. So yes, love never dies. Just because we cannot see that they are there doesn't mean we cannot feel them. It doesn't mean they don't send us signs. So we still see them. When you accept in your heart that you will be reunited with everything you have ever loved, it will give you the ability to move beyond your grief and derive something beneficial from the experience. To wallow in grief is to pass up the opportunity that you and your soul family have devised and learn nothing from it. Instead, allow your grief to take you to a place of deep understanding. Absolutely. Absolutely. Grief teaches us. If we didn't learn from grief how to be more compassionate and soft creatures on this earth, then we didn't learn. And it's a travesty, I would say. So they are not gone. If you lost somebody, they are not gone. Okay? We lose people, we lose pets. You will always feel them. Sometimes you'll get signs, you'll get synchronicities. It's like they're showing you just because you can't see it. So it's like a person that is blind, right? We have the vision of the sight, but a blind person doesn't. But they can sense other things around them. So it's the same thing. Just because you cannot see them, it's because you haven't developed your sixth sense yet. Sixth sense. The sixth is here. So just because you cannot see them doesn't mean they're not there. So this is why it's imperative to go within and meditate. Start developing that sixth sense. It's time to move it. Time to start. Okay? Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you have an amazing 2019, which I know you will because it's seen it here. And if you don't, you can come back and talk to me next year about it. Okay, so if you are a 7-year or a 7 life path, if this is your personal year 7, or if you are a 7 life path, the energy of last year was a perfect segue into the internal contemplative energies of your 7 personal year. So, you were nurturing your gifts last year. And while you may still see yourself functioning fairly normally, this is a year where you will be heavily involved in deep spiritual work. It's a very spiritual year, meaning you'll have many opportunities to test your sense of spirituality, however you define it. This is a year where your faith and trust can be tested. So it's about having faith in your abilities. It is a year of self-reflection, meditation, looking inward, healing emotional wounds, letting them go, friendships, relationships, getting rid of them. Can be very depressing and lonely as you're like searching for your inner mission, I know that my year last year was the 7, and I was almost losing my marbles. Not only was it a 7, but it was an 11. So it was a very difficult year for me. But so I'm not saying yours is going to be difficult. I'm saying you can really transition if you really know how to, if you follow the signs and follow them instead of just acknowledging that they're there, not doing anything about them. It can be easy street for you. So synchronicities are going to be everywhere. If they haven't already started, they are going to be magnified. So this is also talking about like past lives and, connecting with the other side, getting messages from the other side, from spirit world, the metaphysical aspects, And it's about life purpose, finding your life purpose. Why did you come here? Was it to find your partner, to connect with your twin flame, to change the world by changing yourself? So yeah, it's a very spiritual year. It's the most spiritually evolved number in numerology, along with 9. So it's a great number to have, and I love that all that came through in the reading. The universal mind is the Akashic records connecting to the source, and we've got 6 and we've got 3 and then 11 over here. So 9, 11, 3, 11, 11, 11 when you add it all together. So this is your life purpose. We're already seeing synchronicities now. Look at that, 11, 11. It's amazing. So your life purpose. And so we'll start with the song. The song that came through for you guys is I'll Be by Edwin McCain. And I like a part of that song because it says, emeralds from mountains thrust towards the sky, never revealing their depth. That is you guys. You guys have all this infinite knowledge and wisdom, and you don't reveal your depth to others because you're afraid of how they will take what you're saying. Will they understand you? Will they get it? You know, so this is like saying, like, let go of that, you know, it doesn't matter. If they get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. Okay? Because your life purpose is, you know, it is to inspire others. It is to use your intuition, you know, to use your spiritual gifts to help others, to communicate your spiritual gifts, to nurture your spiritual gifts. There's so many golden opportunities that are going to be opening up this year. You have to trust your inner voice, and it'll guide you. You know, trust how amazing you are. And it's about receiving. That song also is about receiving information from a higher source. This is where the universal mind comes in. This is the Akashic records to me, the universal mind, the universal source, the, you know, the source of all things, right? This is what we tap into when we get inspired ideas and stuff. So we're going to go with Amazonite. I love Amazonite. It's a beautiful stone. I pulled it out for you guys. Beautiful. And I got calcite here. Okay, so we're going to start with Amazonite, life purpose. And this is fairly simple. You know, you're encouraged to let go of any fears associated with stepping into your life purpose. Open and receive the new insights that come through. And it talks about being aware of the synchronicities and signs that are being sent to you by the universe. Hello. This whole reading right now is one big synchronicity. And this talks about synchronicities as well. And it's like one big synchronicity for you guys. Beautiful. So follow that intuition, follow the signs. When we see signs of synchronicities, that means that we are aligned with the universe, aligned with the universal source, aligned. We are aligned, guys. Okay? And I love that the chameleon came through because you can be, once we tap into that source, you can be anyone. It's almost like shape-shifting. You can be anyone to anything at any point in time. You say things to people that just come out of nowhere. That resonates with them. So you connect with a lot of different people. You're able to connect with a lot of different people. Even though like the 7 is usually, you know, very inward, you know, but sometimes these golden gems come out and you communicate these golden gems to others. This is about communicating. And I know it's about going inward, but it's also communicating what comes from that inward experience, right? What came from source. Share that with others. Share that with others on their journey. Okay, so I'm going to go to clear calcite now. And, you know, clear calcite is all about, you know, the ascended master associated with it is Melchizedek, Archangel Metatron, Lord Lanto. It's associated with the Sirius star system. And it comes up when one has been ignoring their path in the world. So I have a feeling that you have not been following your path, your life purpose, because of fear. I've seen it as fear, right? Fear that maybe you won't be taken care of, or that it won't make money, or that people will think you're crazy. Doesn't matter. You got to step over that fear. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So it's and it's also about receiving wisdom from other lifetimes and other dimensions. So yeah, connecting to the source. I have a feeling a lot of you are connecting to that. You're getting information that resonates. You're hearing information that resonates as truth. So it also comes about when when you're on the pathway to ascension, when you've entered that third level of ascension, you know, almost achieving completion. So very beautiful synchronicity if you were on this very spiritual journey. Very good sign. Okay, so we're going to move on to chameleon. I love this chameleon. Every time I see it, it's the Kundalini awakening, all the heart chakras moving up, being able to be everything and everyone. When you connect to the source, you are everything and everyone. So I love that. Being everything to everybody, but to yourself as well, you know? So, you know, the chameleon 12, which is 3, which is the communicator, which is joy, which is creativity. And it's about awakening. So your intuitive senses are heightened at this time, and you have the ability to hear and feel more than others. This awakening gives you access to other realms and allows you to see the world from 4 distinct viewpoints. 4, guys. Great Spirit above, Mother Earth below, your soul within, and the universal mind that surrounds you. This is one big synchronicity, guys. This is serious here. I'm blown away by it. I thought the last one was blowing me away, but this one's really blowing me away. And it talks about, if you find yourself not understanding a decision, person, or situation, call on Chameleon to bring you clarity. Today you can renew your spirit and be open to an expanded perspective by turning your heart toward the sun and listening to the whispers within. Yeah, so let me explain about the sun. It affects your pineal gland. It gives you vital nutrition to your pineal gland, so it helps with your third eye. So I wouldn't say sun gazing, like directly at it, but get some sun. And so you are of the rainbow energy that is teaching new generations to live in a higher vibration. This awakened energy presents a positive influence on the world. Beautiful. Yes, the rainbow energy. Definitely sense that energy here, especially with the 1111s. That's the spiritual awakening number. So Archangel Ariel is all about strength. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. And that's how we ascend. We let go of those things. Forgiveness. We forgive. We let go of harsh judgments, This card comes to you because you need to know that you're stronger than you realize. You can definitely handle your current situation. However, instead of powering through it, you're better off with an approach of compassion, kindness, and gentleness. The strength that the situation calls for comes from softness of a spiritual core. Yes, the universal mind. Your strength and effectiveness increase as you believe in yourself and your ability to grow from the experiences you have in life. Look upon challenges as opportunities to learn and apply your knowledge and magical touch. So yes, patience, forgiveness, using honey instead of vinegar to get what you need to get, because that's how the opportunities are going to come, right? Coming from following your purpose. If you follow your purpose, opportunities will come, okay? So, and I love this. She's the mermaid. If you see, so she is of earth and air, sky and water, ocean and sky, and she's the dolphin. That dolphin. These are like ascended creatures. They are extremely intuitive. This is a beautiful card. Important doors are opening for you. So this is a very intuitive card. This is a very intuitive reading. You are definitely very intuitive and on that path. So I love her. Yamanya. Like the oceans, life moves in waves and tides. Timing is everything. So when an opportunity presents itself, you must dive in at that moment. Everything that you've done to prepare yourself will accompany you. Yet, if you hesitate or procrastinate, another opportunity will surely come along, just as the tides wash in and out. So don't ever feel like you missed an opportunity, because just as one came in, another one come out. And that is the universal mind. So, it's like the universe puts an idea there, right? And so who grabs it? Somebody grabs it. So, like people they come up with a patent at the same time or an invention at the same time because the universe put the idea and a lot of people grabbed it. So that's new opportunities will be dropped in all the time. So, and it's talking about don't hesitate. This is the right thing. This is your path. Your prayers are being answered. Get ready for big and happy changes. Celebrate your success. Know that you're qualified and ready for this. So if you are like thinking of doing Oracle, Reiki healing, any of this holistic stuff, whatever it is that you have been wanting to do regarding spirituality, yes. Trust. Boom, boom, boom. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. This is so beautiful. I almost want to cry. That's how beautiful this is. If you chose this card, if you were a 7, if this is, 7 resonates with you in whatever way, I'm going to have to change the beginning of the video because it's just the 7 energy, So, the earth can be a tricky place, but you have been given a tool to help you navigate through the murky waters, your intuition. You must learn to tell the difference between ego talk and soul talk, and then trust your soul. Once you get into the habit of following your intuition, you will come to practice that discernment externally. You will be able to know if a person or situation is trustworthy. But it all begins with listening to your inner voice. Exercise it like a muscle. And when you determine that it is always right, that wisdom will spread out and influence everything that you do. Decisions will seem easier. Your soul only wants what is best for you, and you must learn to trust it. Trust the universe, guys. Trust your intuition. Trust the signs you receive. Write a journal. This is your year. This is your year of spiritual awakening and truth. And I have a feeling a lot of you guys are going to have this tremendous aha moments. You know, those aha moments where you all of a sudden understand something that you didn't understand before. This is the year. Okay? So, very, very positive reading. 11:11. Building foundations of spirituality for your future. This is the time. Inspire and lead others. Okay? 3:11. Communicate inspiration. There it is, guys. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Happy 2019, guys. If this is an 8 year for you, 8 personal year, or if this is your life path 8, this reading is for you. So, this is a year of money. So the 8 is the money year. So it focuses on, it's abundance. So personal power, finances, money. During the 8 personal year, or you can't help but wake up every morning and go to sleep every night thinking about your finances. So you might be in work overdrive this year, or be handed opportunities that test your personal power. So the 8 represents material achievement. This is a year of abundance, guys. You guys have been working hard, and it's time. It's going to pay off, you know. This is a time to, you know, collect the debts of all the things that you've given to people. The universe is giving you back everything that you've gave last year. It is repaying you. So, you know, and it's telling you, you know, if you've been thinking of starting a business, this is the year. This is a year of business-like, you know. This is the year of money. Push your goals, you know, partner with business connections. You know, I have a feeling a lot of people are going to have a lot of opportunities this year. This is the year of opportunity for the 8 personal year. You know, it's time to consider being your own boss. Or if you're in a place where you're constantly being bossed around, you know, it's time to find a new job. This is the time. This is your year. Okay? This is the abundant year. This is that 8 energy of infinite abundance. Okay? And we just have a few things that are, you know, keeping us, but we'll work on that. So, you know, the song that came through for you guys is Phoenix, 1901. And 9 plus 1 plus 1 is 11, which is 2, and 2 came out here. So the lyrics are about past and present. Everything's sorted out, right? The miracle, it's not the miracle you needed, it's not the miracle you asked for, but it's better than that. Like what we expect, you know, you always ask the universe for that or something better. This or something better. But you leave room for the universe to make up its own mind, right? So we're going to move into pink tourmaline. So wait, before we move into pink tourmaline, Phoenix, let's go back to that. The Phoenix rising from the ashes. So the 7 year was all about spirituality and illumination, and it also was an 11 year last year, which made everybody just almost lose their marbles. So this is the reward for that year, for that inward, for going inward, for meditating, for focusing on your spirituality, for really doing that soul work. This is your reward, okay? So forgiveness, pink tourmaline, and I brought pink tourmaline out for this as well. Okay, so this is all about, you know, forgiveness. There may be a current situation in your life that's calling for a deeper level of forgiveness, or you could be encouraged to dive deeper into forgiveness of yourself. I know a lot of people always ask me, well, how do I forgive myself? Easily. You just say, I forgive you, and you let go of that heavy feeling, you know, that baggage weighs you down. We all have done things that we regret, but they were all learning lessons, you know, so don't have any regrets. Just know that you've learned from it. You are not the person that you were when you did those things that you feel that you cannot forgive yourself for. So, you know, let go of resentments, and everything happens for a reason, you know. That is the act of forgiveness, is accept that everything happens for a reason, and, you know, that's okay. You have the power now to make different decisions and choices than you did then. You have a new understanding and illumination of things. So Pain transforms us. And if it doesn't transform you, then you didn't learn a lesson. So it's time to forgive. And I love that lepidolite comes through because it's also a very forgiving stone. You know, look at that pink energy. This is all higher heart energy. You know, we have the green, which is the heart chakra, and then the higher heart, which is the fifth dimensional energy, is the pink. So I love that we have a lot of pink here coming through. So, and lepidolite asks you to follow your heart. You know, this is a time in your life where your feelings are being united with your thoughts. If you stay true to your feelings, everything will follow its true path, allowing manifestation of goals. So it also appears when you have been confused or depressed and you lack direction in your life. So this is a gentle motivation towards that which you came to earth to achieve, but you have temporarily forgotten or lost track of. Search your heart, and the real answers are there. There always have been. You know, there's a powerful. This is a powerful contact stone for the female ascended beings. So this is a definite feminine, divine feminine energy. Okay, so this is like embodying that divine feminine energy. Beautiful, and it's the number 4. So, you know, 4 is about building foundations for the future. And it is that feminine energy, right? And, yeah. So we're going to move to black rhino. And I love the black rhino because it's very intuitive. It's a very intuitive stone. So survival of self. The black rhino nearing extinction is being poached because of its magical and healing qualities of its horns. So what is a horn? To me, that is your third eye. That is the horn. Whenever you see a unicorn, that is the third eye energy to me whenever I see horns. So mostly a solitary animal, the black rhino is a guide for perseverance, and I love that it's on page 11. Perseverance, determination. There's much significance with the black rhino's thick skin. This could be a signal for you not to be bothered by what others may say about you and the unique life path that you walk. Keep your head to the ground and fear not the magic of your horns. Absolutely, guys. Use them to protect what you've created. You are this intuitive, amazing spiritual being. Who cares what other people think? That's none of their business. You know, easy does it. So, yeah. You are the master of your destiny. Okay? And move forward with integrity and honesty, you know? That's how you raise your vibration. Okay, so 2. We know that's it's a very patient number. It's intuitive. It's co-creating with others. So, yeah, peace, love, and harmony as well. So 3. So 4, 3, 2, the heart chakra frequency, as I was talking about the heart chakra. Beautiful synchronicity. Beautiful synchronicity. And it's 9. It's the completion of a cycle. It's the humanitarian. So humanitarian path. If you were watching this, it's like you want to help people. You want to change the world in some way. And you need to use your intuition and your heart to do it. Okay, so 3 of fire. I love this. Transformation. Whenever I see wings, these beautiful wings, it's like she's sitting there and she's protected by this awesome dragon. This dragon is her friend. The dragon's protecting her. He's transformed into this, it's transformed into this beautiful friendship. So abundance, things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. And it's almost like the phoenix. It almost looks like a phoenix. And what was the song? Phoenix, rising from the ashes. Beautiful. 3. And we know 3 is about creativity, communication, and joy. I love that. So the 3 of fire is, you need to keep going with your next project. It says, congratulations, this is your golden time of celebration and success. However, it's not a moment to rest yet. Keep going. Step back and review all that you've done and then create a blueprint for the future. Yeah, so dream boards. This is a great time to make a dream board. You need to look at things with an eye to the long term. You probably feel good about how far you've come, but no resting on your laurels. It's important to keep the fire of enthusiasm burning for the heights you might still attain. And patience may be required while you await the results from your previous decisions. Patience, right here. Use this time to explore the possibilities for how to promote your business or talent. Yes, so if you have a business that you've been trying to get off the ground, this is a great time to find new ways to promote it, to market it, to reach new people. this is it right here. Okay, so this is a great omen for this 8, and it's also about you know, business travel, managing people, a thriving business, self-satisfaction, seeking wise counsel. So yeah, definitely business number and business card. This is all about business, how a business of helping others. So whatever this business is, making people look beautiful. This could be like, you know, beauty. This can be holistic therapy, Reiki. This can be, you know, anything that helps people feel better about themselves, right? Anything that heals people. And I love that Unag came through because she is all about, this is a Kundalini awakening. This is the Kundalini awoke, and it's reached this peaceful state when we connect to the source of all that is. We have reached it. Her hair is down and she's looking down at it like, this is what I've created. I created this beautiful experience and I'm at peace with it. I'm forgiving everybody, you know. I'm being patient and waiting for my things to come through. There's no need to hurry or force the things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Yes. You are balanced. This is like beautiful Kundalini energy, awoke. This is woke. This is a woke person. Whew. Okay, energy came through. And it says, never mind what other people think about you. You will benefit by carrying through with your priorities. Holy cow, that's what this one said too. So we don't care what other people think about us. They will say we are crazy for doing the things the way that we are doing them. Who cares? We are on our own journey, and we have like-minded people like you and me who are going to support us. So, like the 311 song, F the naysayers because they don't mean a thing. This is what this is about right here, right? So, it's also saying, do what's important to you and do it with absolute devotion. But remember that there's no competition for your true life's purpose. So there's no need to worry, hurry, or feel that you have to force things to happen. There is no competition. Even if there's like 50,000 tarot, there's 50,000 tarot and oracle reading, probably more, online, right? But I'm still doing my thing because there's still somebody that's going to resonate with what I say. And there's somebody that's going to resonate with what they say. And there's room for everybody. There is no competition. In this new fifth dimensional energy of Earth, there is no competition. If you are in a competition mentality, then you are not in the fifth dimensional Earth. You are stuck in 3D. 3D is all about competition. 3D is all about competing with others and being better than everybody else. And the 5D is all about, we want everybody to succeed. You know, we want everybody to make it. We want everybody to follow their dreams and everybody to do what they love. Okay? So if you are in competition, if you are jealous, if you are all those emotions, that is not 5D energy, and we need to work on that. I highly suggest some Reiki or some therapy to work on that, loving yourself, because when you love yourself and you forgive yourself, then you love everybody else. Everything is a reflection of you. So ease into your new life instead of rushing into it. Do your new work as a part-time venture to begin with while slowly exiting your old career. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing, guys. You know, don't worry about your life purpose. You're on it, right? Slow and steady progress is best right now. Slow and steady. I just posted on my Instagram yesterday. I said, slow and steady we go. This is a beautiful synchronicity. This is a beautiful synchronicity for me. So I don't. If nobody else resonates with it, at least I did. Yeah, so beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, she'll guide you in creative and magical ways. And moving on to balance. Okay, so balance means bringing a sense of stability and wholeness into every area of your life. Many times when you look at a situation objectively, you will resonate with one side more than the other. Try not to view either as good or bad, but simply recognize that it is. The true nature of the scales of balance is to give both sides of a situation your equitable, objective perspective. It can be difficult to understand the side that you don't relate to, but that is a lesson in itself. Yes, so when we're forgiving, we don't need to understand why they did things. We just need to know that it needed to happen that way, right? They're working on their own things as well. So what is it about you that prevents you from giving both sides of the coin your non-judgmental assessment? This situation or person has been placed in your path to teach you that everyone has his or her own unique, authentic life story, and you must put yourself in that person's shoes to really understand his or her motivation. Balance is a godly virtue, and if it is struck, you will reap the benefits of insight and compassion. Yes. Beautiful synchronicity, guys. We are ending a cycle. We are forgiving. We are understanding. This is a year of understanding other people's perspectives and not necessarily understanding them, but knowing that they are on their own journey. And it's You know, you are on yours and you are on the right path. This spiritual journey is your journey. This new business and abundance is the right path. If it involves helping Mother Earth, if it involves helping other humans, if it involves helping the creatures, the beautiful creatures and the plants and the environment, this is your path. Don't second guess it. Okay? Awesome. Remember, Phoenix, 1901 is the song. Thank you so much for watching. Happy 2019, guys. Moving on to number 9. Okay, guys. If you are a 9 life path, or if this is your personal year 9, this reading is for you. So this is a year of completion, letting go of the old to make space for change. So this is like letting go of possessions, relationships, jobs, locations, limited beliefs, all of it. So it's time to change. It's time to let go of what no longer serves you. It is also the number of humanitarianism. So it's really about, not only just helping yourself, but helping others in the process. It's very expansive. It's the most spiritually evolved number in numerology. So it's a lot of lessons in spiritual growth that are, and it's, everything is completions and endings, because it's time to move into the 1 cycle next year. So during this time, we do hear a lot about deaths and, but just know that death is not death. It's a rebirth into another life. It is, no one ever really dies. So this is time to clean house, spiritually and metaphorically and physically. It is time to let go of things that no longer serve you. So yeah, and a lot of 9s can be very high strung in a sense. They're very sensitive to everything. Everything affects them in a way, overly sensitive, almost paranoid in a way. So, the calcite is coming in to tell you to relax. But before we move into the card, the song that came through was Nirvana, Love Buzz. Can you feel my love buzz? And, that to me is the ascension energy, the Kundalini awakening. We start feeling that buzzing, tingling in our body. It starts at the root, moves up to our heart, moves into our crown, and you start feeling that buzzy sensation. So a lot of you guys, if you are 9 or you're going through this 9 energy, you're going to start feeling that connection to source. You're going to start feeling that connection to all that is. Okay? So a very cool song to come through. Nirvana, Love Buzz. So we're going to go to calcite. So, when calcite comes through, it's about relaxation. So being overly stressed, taking on too many projects at once, or taking on too many energies or people, taking on too many people's emotions, like people projecting their stuff onto you. And it's like almost like you feel like you're so much under stress and under attack, and it depletes you. So this is asking you to relax. Being around a bunch of people that have chaotic energies can make you chaotic. So right now is a perfect time. This year is a perfect time to get out of those type of situations and relax. Get yourself in a relaxed environment. What is more in line with, and I know we need to make money, right? So sometimes we put ourselves in situations where we need to make money, but it's about finding a way to make money that doesn't put ourselves in those chaotic situations, right? So, and this is also talking about take a holiday, turn off your phone, sit under a tree, connect with nature, walk on the beach, use your crystals, sing, dance. Singing is a great way to raise your vibration. So I highly suggest that. Yeah, beautiful crystal, highly recommend it for relaxation. And Amazonite, one of my favorites, right here. Beautiful little crystal. It's a beautiful color. It's one of my favorite colors. And it's the number 4. 4 is about learning, right? And teaching others. And, the humanitarian learns and teaches. And it's about building foundations for the future. And we have 5 here, which is about freedom and adventure, right? And 7 is about spirituality. So, and together they are number 16. No, wait. Yeah, 16. So it's 7. So it went from 9 to 7 again, which is about truth and spirituality. Speaking your truth. Being truthful to people. So, Amazonite. If Amazonite has come to you today, Spirit has a message or direction concerning your chosen path in life. The time is here to empower yourself and see your achievements in life, your progress. From this space, make the decision or decision that you've been putting off. The reason for your delay where this change is concerned is that you or someone close to you is unable to see the bigger picture as it is hidden from view. So you can see the bigger picture, they can't. So that stops you sometimes when other people are not supportive of your bigger picture that you're seeing, right? So, the new solution is a shade of both black and white. It combines all the options that have resulted in inaction at this point. So listen to yourself. That's the only, it only knows the truth at heart. So don't listen to other people. Listen to you. Versus, let's say another reading I did, it was telling people to listen to other people. This was like telling you to listen to you. What is good for you? But also taking other people's feelings into consideration. Don't be an a-hole. Right? So we're moving on to giraffe, heart-centered risk. So that goes along with Amazonite, right? This is saying other people aren't seeing the bigger picture, but that's because they don't have your heart. They don't have the passion for it that you do, right? So 5 is the giraffe, heart-centered risk. I love this giraffe. It's so beautiful. Look at how his head's in the sun. Beautiful. Giraffes are the tallest mammals in the world. And the earth animal with the largest heart. So the giraffes have the largest heart. Giraffe may be telling you to stretch, elongate, and expand your body and mind. So this isn't the time to seek approval or follow a group. This is your journey, your adventure. Instead, pave your own way and follow your heart, your dreams, your own direction. So giraffe reminds you that this is your life path and this is your opportunity to replace obligations with heart-driven desires. Where or to whom is your heart guiding you today? Reach with love to create your inner vision and aim high for what you desire. Love is the answer to all things. Absolutely. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Heart-centered risks, whatever you love, it cannot go wrong. The universe rewards those who follow their heart and their passions. So, 7 of fire. I love this. She's almost like she's riding this dragon and they've got this symbiotic relationship where I help you, you help me, we do things together. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. This dragon has your back. And look at this dragon has all the rainbow energies. They are woke. This dragon is woke. So, listen to the dragon. So stand your ground and don't back down. You might need to defend your beliefs or decisions and you will be successful. It's important to assert yourself and go for what you want. There's strength in adversity and you've got what it takes. Stand up for your convictions. Stay alert and vigilant. Don't drop your guard just because you're in the right. Others may envy what you possess. Yes, people will envy your gifts and your ideas and your talents, but we don't focus on them, okay? And it makes us very sensitive. We're very sensitive. It's like we're sensitive to other people's feelings, or people hurt my feelings, or people did this to me. It's like you need to be disciplined. You need to discipline yourself and not caring about that stuff, okay? Not caring about what other people think. So, choose your battles wisely. Learn to say no and have self-confidence in yourself, Persevere. All right, so 7. White Tara, sensitivity. And I love White Tara because she's coming out. It's like, look at her. It's these beautiful pastel rainbow colors. She's got the Christ consciousness energy. So this is very intuitive energy. We've gone through tremendous darkness and now we are opening up in the lotus, and we are this lotus. We are this beautiful lotus. We are the lotus, guys. I don't know why, but it keeps telling me to remind you that you are the lotus. So you're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. Absolutely. As you become more in tune, you need to stay away from people who drain you, harsh environments. This all came through with calcite. So this is a very similar card. Very synchronistic reading. Okay? So I love White Tara. White star. So Tara is star in Sanskrit. And, Tara she's the female Buddha and Hindu Mother Creator. So many female faces of the Buddha and Mother Creator are represented as various colors of Tara. So like green Tara, white Tara. And white Tara, she represents purity and maturity and compassion. So So acknowledge and honor your sensitivity. Take steps to protect yourself from negativity. So negative people, people that, bring you down or belittle you. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. And steer clear of situations with loud noise, crowds, violent media. Yes, especially if you're having the Kundalini awakening and you're able to start manifesting with your third eye, you need to stay away from harsh things because you want to create your environment, right? So you want to have soft things. That's why she's very soft. You see the colors are very soft. We need soft things. No horror movies during this time of year, okay? I know we might love them, but this is like, no, let's focus on soft things. Focus on creating our reality, right? So, as you've purified your inner world of thoughts, actions, and intentions, it's natural that you seek purity in your outer world as well. This is to acknowledge your heightened sensitivity, which is as real as it seems. So you're very intuitive. You're seeing synchronicities everywhere, This is like that energy right there. That's 7 energy of spirituality. And with this awareness comes a new level of sensitivity to impure and harsh stuff. So your body is a trustworthy instrument of measurement. So if your body doesn't feel good in an environment, leave it. Steer clear of it, We really want to let go of things that no longer belong in our 5th dimensional world, okay? And it requires discipline. It does require discipline to not do these things, to really, it's almost like deprogramming. I did do a video on deprogramming. I highly suggest anybody that has this 9 energy this year to do the deprogramming for the year. Yeah, so and discipline is like metaphysical, spiritual discipline, meditation, yoga, exercise, taking care of yourself. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. It's time. So your soul has a goal, but it has also chosen to incarnate into a world of distractions. Earth is a dimension of obstacles and challenges, but you have been given discipline as your birthright. It is time to remind yourself what your soul has come back to this planet to learn. This is a great opportunity to reevaluate your priorities and go about your daily tasks with a new system of managing your life. Instead of being the passive recipient of whatever comes your way, distractions can easily get us off work of our soul mission. And if we give in to this apathetic impulse, we can miss many well-placed and pre-planned teachings needed for our inherent growth. Learn that the satisfaction of a task completed is more emotionally rewarding than a task delayed. So discipline. It's time for some discipline, guys. So yeah, Nirvana Love Buzz, you guys are awakening, the Kundalini awakening, you guys are there, this is amazing. This is a year of letting go of things that no longer serve. It is a very spiritual year. You guys are going to have synchronicities everywhere. Super awesome. Very great. Very good reading. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing 2019. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this resonated. Namaste.